there. People all around me, and they're all in fear. They don't seem to want it, but they won't admit I must be some kind of creature that hasn't been. I'm a party house, I'm afraid to come outside. Although I'm filled with love, I'm afraid they'll hurt my pride. So I play the part I feel they want me. And I pull the shade so I won't see them seeing me. Having a hard time in this crazy town. Having a hard time. There's no love to be found. Having a hard time in this crazy town. Having a hard time. There's no love to be found. From my party house, I feel like me another familiar face of creed and the race of brother. But you're not surprised I find a man corrupt. Although he be my brother, he wants to hold me up. Having a hard time in this crazy town. Having a hard time. There's no love to be found. Having a hard time in this crazy town. Having a hard time. There's no love to be found. Sleeping on no jet floor. Knocking on my brother's door. Eating spam. And all the other was drinking money, baby. In this crazy town, having a hard time. There's no love to be found. Having a hard time. In this crazy town, having a hard time. There's no love to be found. I'm sick and tired of being blue, baby. And I'm sick and tired of having so many hard times, baby. And from my body, heart, from my body.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is RNG and the RNG SWAC Sports Network. How y'all doing on this beautiful, glorious, hot, soon to be freezing winter weather day? Hey, check it out. We got a little bit to cover today on this great Wednesday. Starting off with the Cactus Jack tournament. Congratulations to the Jackson State Tigers. You took home first place in the Cactus Jack. You ended up going 2-1 in the series. And somebody from Jackson State or Grambling, tap in and tell me why the hell y'all want to fight. This is the second year in a row I attended that game. And Jackson State and Grambling, when it comes to baseball, y'all do not like each other. You know, last year they had a bench clearing brawl. And this year, the first baseman from Grambling and one of the batters from Jackson State almost cleared the benches again this year. What's going on in Jacktown? What's going on in Lincoln Parish? Y'all got to let me know what's going on up that way. And you know it's Black History. And as you can see going across my screen, there's a few Black History moments. That's just not all of them. That's just a few. But hey, man, you can rock with them all on here. But you can check this out on the internet. Get to that page there where you can look at all of them. And it's great moments in Black history. And as you can scroll up and scroll down, and every day it has a calendar. So every day you can find out something that happened in Black history and it teach you about the history of Black history for some of y'all that want to help your kids and other people learn, you know, it went from Negro History Week to a month. And Carter G. Woodson, watch out now. But you go all the way down through there, and it's a lot of good stuff on this page, man. And like I said, the name of the page is Black History Today. So you got to check that out, man. Hey, softball is underway, and Jackson State just they suffered their second loss of the season down there at USM. End up losing 5-4. But their overall record is 7-2. Ladies basketball, Jackson State again is now in first place. They tied with Texas Southern. And FAMU basketball. Whoa, now. FAMU has swept Jackson State and Alcorn in the season. And wait till we look at the records and the standings for the men's basketball team. So Texas Southern and the ladies, yeah, you're still in first place, but Jackson State is on your trail. Y'all are actually tied. So it's going down, and it's going down in a major way. But like I told y'all, man, this baseball, this is my favorite part of the season, man. And I got a little history about baseball. Let me start sharing this, man, and check in with everybody. But we you know, hey, I'm definitely really interested in, you know, I got my good old glove and I got my baseball. It's that time of that year. You know what I'm saying? But before I get to rambling on about my failed career at baseball, I do want y'all to check this out. It's streaming on Hulu, but if you don't have Hulu, I'm pretty sure you can find this thing. Where's my thing at? We're going to look at, you know, I always got to get y'all some history, man. Let me get this thing right. Uh-oh.
He and I used to pretend like we were playing against.
We started from the beginning. Here we go. We only gonna watch a few minutes of this. It's called The League.
I played with a very good friend of mine. He and I used to pretend like we were playing against 8 other guys, and we'd play with anything that we could to pretend like it was a baseball, and we used broomsticks. I don't know that you would call it baseball, but we did the best we could.
A baseball is round, the bat's the same. You know, if you have talent, no matter what color you are, and if you can play, you can play it. Baseball is the greatest game that's ever been invented.
I think there's always been in African-American life a real appreciation of improvisation. You figure out other ways of being able to succeed. And a perfect example of that is what they did with baseball. And that's the story really of the Negro Leagues.
I hear black people talking about church, I talk about the Negro League. So much depth. You had all kind of stars. That was a camaraderie, man. You finish playing a baseball game, and man, you go to the nice places within the black community, and all of your people were there. They're so loving, you know. Greatest thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Negro didn't play ball because they were making money. They played the ball game because they loved to play it.
The Negro Leagues. I think
What
there's a story
into the
about
game?
what Black Americans were able to achieve at a time when they only had themselves to rely on.
They are a proud bunch of men who played between the white foul lines. They accepted their role as a part of a movement before we coined the term civil rights movement.
To go to a Negro Leagues game
you could feel the immense pride that black folks had about this product known as the Negro Leagues, to a large degree because they understood that it was something that was inherently ours. Now, it was shared with the rest of the world, but it was still ours.
The stories about the American Negro Baseball League were always good news. People would say, "Did you hear about the league?" And you always knew that they meant the Negro Baseball League.
There it is. That's just the introduction. It's called the league. It's about the Negro League from the beginning to the all the way until Branch Rickey stole Jackie Robinson and integrated baseball. But I'm telling you, if you're not into baseball, but are you into watching TV and watching a good documentary, you will learn so much from this league. Also, when we're talking about this, we must understand that the Negro League that we know of was not the first league. Our first league started in 1887. It was called the Colored League. It only lasted 2 weeks because of lack of participation. So, but this league here with Rube Foster and the 8 owners, that documentary is called The League. I really wish that you would watch that. I think I watch it at least once a month. And like I said, we have a real busy weekend this past weekend in the SWAC, and I'm really thrilled about it. And like I said, I was at the game all Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now I enjoyed the baseball game. Our participation level was horrible. I'm gonna say it again. Participation level from fans was horrible. Some of y'all, if you have kids or you looking for job opportunities, you really missed out. They was there the whole week, man. Better take advantage. That's all I can tell you. But anyway, man, you got it. Like I said earlier in the thing, shout out to Jackson State. Here it is right there. The Tigers named Cactus Jack Classic champion. 7 earned all tournament. Jackson State has a lot of talent. But in the SWAC, and this is another thing. If you have a child, a young boy, or a teenage son, get him into pitching. Please get him into pitching. Hey man, I'm proud of all teams, but we need some pitchers in the SWAC. I'm dead serious when I say that. We need some damn pitchers, man. But hey, as the article says, Jackson State secured the title of Cactus Jack Classic Champion 2025 after winning 2 out of the 3 games, edging out competitors, Grambling State and Southern. Grambling State and Southern both were 2-1 also. But based on the fewest runs allowed, the Tigers celebrated individual achievements as 6 players were named to the all-tournament team. Lead Alvarez and William Perez, both infielders, shown with impressive batting averages, while y'all know this man, Joseph Ecklerberger. That dude, hey, Joseph Ecklerberger belongs in the MLB right now. That young brother can hit. He's a standout outfielder, contributed significantly with performance. Pitchers Eric Gonzalez and who is this? Nkosi Ditter also earned all tournament honors, showcasing their team's well-rounded talent on the field. Jackson State can flat out hit. They can flat out hit. They pitching. I think I need to come out of retirement. I put on my Satchel Paige jersey. I might be able to throw about a half inning or something. But it says by the numbers, Jackson State won 2 of the 3 games to clinch the tournament title. Leedy Alvarez and William Perez both hit 400 with 4 hits and 10 at-bats each. Mr. Joseph Ecklerberger tallied 4 hits, including a home run, contributing 5 RBIs. Pierre Carball had a 556 batting average with 5 hits, including a 3-run homer. Eric Gonzalez struck out 9 batters in 4.5 innings. Yep. But that's pretty much, man, that's Jackson State. And oh, yeah, Jackson State. Yeah, I got to get up on YouTube. Hold on. Because I went to y'all page. And this is another thing. We got to quit letting people trick us out of baseball. Look, man. Now, this is what you got on your page. Yeah, I'm on your ass, Jackson State. I don't care. Y'all can't whoop me. All right. It's saying that it's showing that, you know, your baseball him. You Cactus Jack champs, right? Got your schedule and all that stuff. And, you know, you scroll on down. Look what it said. Currently, no videos. Now, how you going to be the Cactus Jack champ and you don't have a highlight video? Yeah, Jackson State, I'm talking about y'all. How can you be the Cactus Jack champs 2025 and you don't have no videos, no highlights? I was there for all 3 games. You see, if you don't understand baseball, let me put this up here. If you don't understand baseball, you can look and say it's just boring. But if you actually at the game, and what I like about SWAC baseball play the most, it reminds me of the Negro League play. A lot of trash talking, a lot of small ball. When I say small ball, you got a lot of hitting and running. You got a lot of base stealing. You got a lot of bunting, moving the ball around, and then you get the long ball. You got pretty good defense, and then you got some horrible defense. But salute to Jackson State for winning. Grambling and Southern played extremely well. Alabama A&M actually eked out a victory over one of those teams. And then Perry View and Texas Southern did okay. But, hey, we need some highlights, man. Yeah, I mean, when I'm at a game, I rarely pull out my telephone, my cell phone. I'm too busy watching. But overall, it was a great weekend. Like I said, some folks missed out on some good stuff, man. Yes, they missed out on some good opportunities. Like I said, you had opportunities from it was like over 100 colleges was there. All branches of the military was there. Other job office was there. Y'all better learn to take advantage of that stuff, man. And it's what Tiger Talk they did. They did what I read to you out of the papers. But Tiger Talk, salute to them. Tiger Talk TV, they did post this on their page, and everything that I read. And these you can look at it and see who made the all tournament team. And you have Jackson State University tournament champs. I need to see JSU holding up that trophy or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can check that out though. And that was good though. I really enjoyed that baseball game, man. But I always enjoy baseball. So, and now with that being said, it is exactly, and I mean exactly, 30 days. It's actually 30 days into the tip-off for the March 20 to March 23rd. It said get your tickets on Ticketmasters for the Black College Invitational Championship. So with 30 days, man. So keep that in mind. Like I said, if it's not snowing and cold, I go up there. I got to go to Florida in a couple of weeks. Andre Dawson is having a tournament in this SWAC tournament, and I will definitely be there in Florida. So it looked like I'm gonna have to take my little camera and tripod, and so I can give me some highlights for some SWAC baseball. Because it ain't gonna lie, it was maybe 300 people at the game most for all teams were out there. But that's what we're dealing with so far. And like I said, if you don't understand baseball, man, if you hear me once I start live streaming baseball and stuff like that, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, when baseball it's 9 people on the field. I know some of y'all know this stuff. So if you ever hear me say a 6-4-3 double play, that's the shortstop to the second baseman to the first baseman. Sometimes you'll hear a 5-4-3. Sometimes you'll hear a 1-4-3. It's just numbers, man. But you got 9 people on the field, pitcher number 1, catcher number 2. It's very, very simple to follow. And that's why I want you to watch that documentary so you can understand how, yes, it was a game, but we were self-sufficient and we were independent. And the games only cost 25 cents to get in. But you see how everybody was dressed in shirts, suits, and ties and all that other stuff. But that's just a little quick thing about baseball. Now, basketball. I gotta find out. Somebody let me know, how is FAMU beating up on all the Mississippi teams? I'm just saying, why is FAMU beating up on all the Mississippi teams? And they beat them good. What's going on, Brother Bakari? What's up, Brother Franklin? Bakari said he is the best second baseman regardless of the city. I'm the best. I hear you, my brother. Hey, some of them errors they was out there committing, they needed a couple of second basemen, a couple of first basemen, a couple of pitchers. I'm telling you, I keep telling my son, as soon as he produce a grandson, me and that little boy, they ain't gonna be out there playing catch. He gonna be a pitcher. Telling you, man. I'm telling you. But I enjoyed that stuff though, man. There's nothing wrong going out there to the ball game, man. I had me a good little I had me a flask, got me a little popcorn, little peanuts. I had me a little hen doggy dog, and then they had the cups of ice. Man, you couldn't tell me nothing. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. It was a good time. But let's get into this basketball, man. Because what I'm looking at on the men's side for basketball, I think we are in for one of the better SWAC basketball tournaments that we've had in a long time. Now, I'm not going. I will not be at the tournament. But what folks need to understand, I want to pull up the standings before I get to the scores and show you how competitive it's gotten now. That's why I don't understand those schedules at the beginning of the season when you can play basketball like this amongst each other. And where's it at? I hope y'all can see that. But this is the men. Southern is out front 12-1. But you look at second place, FAMU is in second. They're 9-4. They just beat Jackson State. You have a tiebreaker, but FAMU holds the tiebreaker right now. They're 9-4. But then you go from place for third place, the battle for third place, you have 4 teams at 8-5. Alabama State 8-5, Texas Southern 8-5, Bethune-Cookman 8-5, and Alcorn at 8-5. So between second and third place is only one game. This weekend, I should be able to stream the doubleheader, Jackson State versus Alcorn, and then Grambling versus Southern. I know I will be streaming the Grambling versus Southern game for sure. But that first game, SWAC Digital is playing with the schedule again. Something wrong with them folks, man. But I would definitely be streaming it. This is coming down to the wire, man. You only got a couple of weeks left, man. So now, do I see Southern losing 3 games in this last month? Probably not. But second and third place, FAMU, Jackson State, Alabama State, Texas Southern, Bethune-Cookman, and Alcorn, and possibly in Grambling. If Grambling can beat Southern this weekend, I'm predicting that to be an upset. I said it, Southern fans. I know y'all will be a little upset, but I like what Grambling is starting to do. They started off way too slow, but hey, they don't want them folks from the south, down south, beating them. We're gonna have a little crawfish this weekend, and then we're gonna watch a little game. Well, here we will. But now, Maga Valley and Pine Bluff, y'all come back next season. Pearview, thank you for coming out. Alabama A&M, you did have a nice sellout when you played Alabama State, but that's about it. And like I said, Grambling, now the schedule. This, like I said, that's coming up. Saturday. That's what I said. It keeps saying Alcorn versus Jackson State. That's a rivalry game. Hey, Jackson State, can y'all please put at least 2,000 in the stands for me? You're playing your rivals. Come on now. Put at least 2,000 in the stands for me. Y'all be having some of the best dance battles, but ain't nobody be up in there. But we need y'all. Hey man, come on now. Oh, I'm my bad. Monday. The score for Monday. See, Grambling beat up on Port Perry View, 70-48. Alabama State, everybody beat Maga Valley by 20. If you don't beat Valley by 20, something wrong with you. But they beat Maga Valley 79-56. Jackson State, after they got beat by FAMU, they redeemed themselves and beat Bethune-Cookman 84-71. Alcorn, see what I'm saying? They lost again to FAMU. So FAMU is pretty hot when they play in Mississippi schools. So if Jackson State or Alcorn have to see FAMU in the tournament, y'all might not be in that tournament too long. But yeah, FAMU won 85-76. Alabama A&M 75. Pine Bluff 61. Texas Southern 57. And Southern 66. Johnny Jones, you lost again, my brother. That's another team that I would not want to play in the tournament. Johnny Jones and Texas Southern. Now, but Grambling took care of business. The game Saturday, like I said, I want to see at least 2,000 at the game, Jackson State. You playing Alcorn. FAM plays Alabama State, so FAMU is going to win. But then again, FAMU will beat Jackson State and Alcorn. Then they'll turn around and lose to somebody like Alabama State. But they will be playing in Montgomery at 3 p.m. And the Hornet Sports Network will be showing the game. Bethune-Cookman playing Alabama A&M at Huntsville. The Bulldog All Access. Pine Bluff and Perry View. And wow. And anyway, they'll be playing in Perry View. And the game, like I told you, 4:30 Central. So hopefully the Jackson State game will start at 2 or 2:30. And then we can transition into the Southern and the Grambling State game. I will live stream Grambling State versus Southern. And that's going to be on SWAC Digital Sports Network. And then Maga Valley will get beat by Texas Southern. Okay. Now, let's check out the ladies. Ladies at basketball. And you can find all this information on SWAC.org. The standings. Jackson State is in first place, tied with Southern and Texas Southern. Through tiebreakers, Jackson State is number 1. Southern 11-2. Texas Southern 11-2. So the women tournament, like I said, we're shaping ourselves up to have probably one of the best competitive SWAC tournaments we've had in a long time. I think, 2 years ago or maybe 3 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago when Southern upset Jackson State and the female side. So Southern Jackson State got a little rivalry. Now Texas Southern, you stay, you done fell off a little bit now, but you're still up in there. But then check this out. Alabama A&M is only a game behind. So your top 4 teams in the ladies, they only separated by 1 game. So the ladies basketball tournament is going to shape up to be just as exciting as the men tournament. If you haven't seen those ladies play basketball, they pretty damn good. Grambling is 8-5. Alcorn is 6-7. FAM 5-8. Bethune 5-8. Alabama State 4-9. Perry View 3-10. Maga Valley, is that a 3-10? Excuse me, Maga. And Pine Bluff, we'll get you next year. Now their schedule coming up. Now I ain't got nowhere to go this weekend, so we can watch basketball all weekend. Thursday, Valley would travel to Perry View to take on the Panthers at 6 p.m. All these games are at 6 p.m. FAM would travel to Huntsville to take on Alabama A&M. Bethune-Cookman would travel to Montgomery to take on Alabama State. And Pine Bluff would travel to Houston to take on Texas Southern. So Texas Southern shall win. So they'll be in first place for a little bit. Then Jackson State and Alcorn. See, another time to be determined. They're gonna be on SWAC Digital Network, but just don't know what time. Last time Alcorn really thought they was gonna beat Jackson State, and I think Jackson State that game when they played Alcorn the first time, they sent a statement. The ladies did. Said, well, hey, we still I love. And I think that hurt Alcorn feelings a little bit. But we're gonna see this Saturday. And FAM will be at Alabama State. Bethune will be at A&M. Southern Grambling. See, that game starts at 2:00. So I'm thinking the Jackson State game should start at 2. The ladies should start at 2 also. Yeah. And Pine Bluff, Prairie View, and then Maga Valley, Texas Southern. Yeah, well, definitely gonna Texas Southern gonna win that game. I don't think Valley can beat me. Now, but that's some good stuff though, man. Softball. I mentioned softball earlier. I was telling Brother Bakari that Jackson State and USM was playing on ESPN Plus. Imagine that. They can put them on ESPN Plus when they playing USM. USM still pay that $5 million back. You and Brett Fraud. All right. The records. Nobody's played conference games yet, but Alabama A&M is 6-1 overall. Jackson State is 7-2 overall, followed by FAMU at 3-4, Bethune 4-8. Hey, look at Valley. Maga Valley won a game. They 1-9. Alabama State 0-10. And then in the West, the West, Prairie View's 5-4, Alcorn 3-3, Grambling 3-5, Southern is 3-6, Pine Bluff is 1-6, Texas Southern 0-4. Damn, Texas Southern, y'all might want to come play me. Anyway, the schedule for the ladies softball. They was playing. They played today. Don't have the schedule. Alcorn had played Nichols, and Jackson State. Like I said, they lost to Southern Miss 4-5 down in Hattiesburg. The ladies came back. They was coming back strong, man. So now Thursday, still no conference games, but hey, some of these ladies are winning though. Now they don't have now. When you got to check ESPN Plus out. So when they playing these schools like this, was it like FAMU was playing Florida State Thursday? I guarantee you this game is on either the ACC network or ESPN Plus. Who is this else? You can see. No, that's about it. I can see. That'd probably be on TV. But that's the games for Saturday, and that's the records for the ladies, man. But hey, I know y'all heard. Yeah, it's only 5 games left in the season for the basketball. You're right, but I know y'all heard that and they talking about HBCUs. Let's be real clear. You have 2 weeks to basically change your curriculum. You got 2 weeks, or the government is going to pull your funding if you're teaching African-American studies, African-American histories. So, hey, get on the phone, call your congressman, call your senators, call somebody, express your concern. Trust me, learning 5-10 minutes of African-American history of watching Orangey, I know somebody's learned something. I learned something, and I know the stuff that I've already didn't put out here. I still learn. And that's just the sports side. We got scientists, we got inventors, we got doctors, we got lawyers, we got everything. Just don't let them take our history like that over funding. We cannot go that way. Also, February 28th. If you haven't heard, that's the blackout day. That's the national boycott day. You're supposed to stay at home and don't buy nothing. That's too easy for me. Hey, man, trust me. I think I got one of those. I thought I had one. I thought I had the flyer. They sent it to me. And we're gonna talk a little bit about the NFL Combine, HBCU Legacy Combine. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is what I was talking about when it comes to the National Blackout Day. Hey, if you want to participate, I am. Hey, I don't count nobody's pockets but my own. But hey, you tell me, hey, we boycotting, I'm down.
The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised.
There it is. That's your economic blackout day, February 28, 2025. No purchase is up. It is time to disrupt the system. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm game. And no, I'm not going to buy everything I need before that day or the day after. But hey, this is real. Y'all want to play with us? We'll play with you. I mean that, man. But that's something you need to think about, man. Because hey, man, come on, bro. But anyway, the this right here, man. I seen this today. I seen it the other day, and I was like, now you know what, man? We all talk about it. We always talk about money. This and that. This brother here, he put his money where his mouth is. It says Atlanta Falcons point owner Rashid Williams to donate entire salary to Morehouse College. You see what that? Hey, man, now I don't know how much that is, but brother, that's being about it.
In my entire life, coming from the south side of Chicago, was just stability. And I remember going to Crown Forum and freshman orientation and learning all the things I learned at Morehouse and eventually getting to Wall Street. And one thing that Morehouse gave me that no one else has been able to give me my entire life is that stability. For 4 years, Morehouse poured into me. And in return, I would like to donate my entire salary for the next 4 years back to Morehouse. Thank you.
Now you heard it out that man's mouth. For the next 4 years. Now this is the part owner of the Atlanta Falcons. For the next 4 years, that man gonna donate his entire salary back to Morehouse. So when folks say our people don't donate back to their alma maters, to the college or university they went to, show them that video. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't care if that man made $1 a year. For the next 4 years, that man is donating his salary. Man, man, hey man, why has that not gone viral? Somebody need to let me know why this man's story has not gone viral. That was when I seen that, I said, my goodness, man. And so now I did let's talk a little bit about football, man. And hey, I tell y'all what, I was pretty impressed. This comes from Tiger Talk. Well, I know where they recorded it from. But yeah, but I give them the credit. It's their video. But let's check this out.
HBCU week kicked off today in New Orleans. Take a look at some of the running back drills here. Top draft eligible prospects from HBCUs get an opportunity to show what they can do in front of scouts from all 32 teams. That included Jackson State standout running back Irv Mulligan, who caught up with our Steve White.
All right, Irv, you came out here. Strong performance here at the Combine. 40 time around the 4 or 5. Caught the ball well. What do you think you showed all these scouts out here today?
That, all HBCU guys, we got talent too. It's not just the big schools, like the Alabamas, the Clemson, those natures. HBCU guys can ball as well. So I came out here not just to perform for myself, to put on for all the HBCU guys, and perform for them and give them confidence as well. Because there's a lot of guys that wish they could be here today and they wasn't. So I had to put on for them and show out, So that's what I did.
So, but in saying that though, you were the SWAC offensive player of the year, 1,200 rushing yards in just 10 games. Because you were coming off of an ankle surgery, missed the first few games. So your film, this is part of it. But what do you think you showed on film that can entice one of these teams to bring you in?
I showed that, for one, I'm a dominant guy in the run game. I showed similar traits as current guys in the league right now, like, Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook, things of that nature. So I showed them that, I could be an all-around back, especially today. They didn't see me get in the passing game a lot during the season, but today I really showcased that. Because I'll be honest, that was one of my weaknesses on my scouting report. So I wanted to come out here and show that I can really catch the ball. I can catch it just as good as a wide receiver. If they want to put me in the slot, I can play a slot wide receiver. So I'm a very versatile guy, and I wanted to show that I'm an all-around back. Because on film, I did show that I'm an all-around back.
Okay, they got practice this week for the HBCU Legacy Bowl coming up on Saturday. Get the pads on, get to play actual football. What do you really want to show from here on out?
I can show that, I can move on the field. I can catch the football. So the main thing for me is I want to show them that I can also protect the quarterback. When the linebackers come, we do one-on-one blocking. I'm going to show them that just like I caught every ball today, I'm going to block every linebacker at practice. So that's my mindset. I'm really focused on blocking from this point on. They know I can run the ball. Now they know I can catch. So I want to show them that I can block and protect the quarterback.
All right, good luck the rest of the way. You're off to a good start.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There he is, Mr. Irv Mulligan, man. Hey, if you're not watching these combines, and I got it. Some people really don't watch them and don't pay attention to them. But hey, I was pretty impressed by him and the defensive back by Jackson State. The man got a 38-inch vertical. So hey, not Irv, the defensive back. So we gotta keep these young men in mind, man. And you heard what he said. HBCU players can play football, not just the big schools. At one point in time, and you already know me, I know the history. I know Bear Bryant, all them other coaches, Bill Wash, all them coaches would come down to the SWAC to get not players. They would come and learn how to coach, basically, if you ask me, man. And that's how I looked at it. And then they started stealing the players once they realized that those players really was that good, man. So, but hey, it is what it is, man. But I think that was pretty good by Irv them, and like the HBCU Legacy Bowl is coming up, and Alcorn will be performing at the halftime for the Legacy Bowl, which is a good thing. So, see the sounds of dynamite. You got to be able to outperform Jackson State. Oh, and before we go, man, not go, but another video. The coach from FAMU, man, me and Bakari talked about this earlier, man. Bruh, there's something here, man. This video here, check this video, man. Listen to this brother.
A 1-year contract and they picked us 11th in the league. What were the expectations? I'm the only person here that had expectations. I knew that the expectations would be good to go, and our players believed because I believed in them and they believed in us. We don't worry about any. We're a home underdog to Jackson State, and we won 7 out of the last 8 games. There are no expectations for us. We set the level of expectations on how we work on a daily basis. And I expect them to come in and be focused on what the task at hand and focus every practice to make sure that they can play the best that they can play for themselves, for their family, for their teammates, and for this school.
They get it, man, a 1-year contract. I say again, a 1-year contract. That's crazy to me. That's just crazy to me, man. But hey, salute to that coach from FAMU, man. You just swept Mississippi, man, and you in second place in the SWAC, and you keep balling like you balling, brother. I keep telling y'all this tournament is gonna be a little bit different, man. But hey, salute to FAMU, man. You know, I don't care if FAMU fans think I don't like them. Hey, just because y'all lost the Valley, but that ain't my concern. Definitely. Brother Fred, yes, that's definitely disrespectful. 1 year deal, bruh. In 1 year, and depending on when he got hired, I'm 100% sure he did not have a full season to recruit people. But that it goes back to some schools, instead of that being there for every sport, they pick a sport. We're going to concentrate either on football or basketball. We ain't going to concentrate on football, basketball, track, and softball. We're going to concentrate on 1 or 2 sports. But, man, anyway, like I said, the Legacy Bowl is coming up, man, and they got a nice little video out, man.
Incarnated, I'm a stargazing. Life goes on, I need her, my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my seat. IP ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet. A year, couldn't try me in a tri-state. Buddy pass, but I give him splash till he hydrated. Down south, know he spook town, eyes dilated. I got the money and the power, both gyrating. I feel good, get the out my thighs. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walked in, walked out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the price. What the fuck? I got hits, I got bucks, I got new paper cuts, I got friends, I got foes, but they all sitting ducks. Hit his turf and get.
That's the HBCU Legacy Bowl. You can follow them on Instagram. You can follow them on Twitter or X or whatever it's called, man. But if you follow them up, man, it was some. They had a little fun with the little kids and stuff, man. Look at it.
Oh yeah!
I like him right here.
That's all right, man. But they had a good time down there, man. Like I said, you can follow them. They had a good time with the kids, and then they had I think this is called grill.
Good.
Pancake, baby.
Good. Good.
And you will hear me keep saying it. Once the SWAC get them trenches, them big 300, I call them the big uglies. You get them big uglies, we gonna be just all right. Telling you, man. But if like I said, if you're not following these folks, man, follow the Legacy Bowl. They, like I said, they on all the social media platforms, man. You get to see some good stuff, and there it is right there. The Human Stadium, New Orleans, Louisiana, All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl featuring the Sounds of Dynamite as a halftime entertainment, February the 22nd. Kickoff is at 3 p.m. So the Sounds of Dynamite. Now, last year, Jackson State, they showed their ass, and it was a good one. So all corn, the pressure is on you now. So y'all go make sure we support the corn. Now, some of these other drills I like to see, man.
Yeah.
Woo. Gotta get stronger, big man.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta get a little stronger in them trenches, man.
There you go.
Foul that ball.
There you go. There you go.
There it is.
There you go. There you go.
Land the hands. Good pass. All right, here we go.
Ball, get out. Ball, get out. There you go.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Right there.
Bring your feet.
Hey, good ball right there. I got you. Solo, look out. Wide eight.
There you go. Good job.
Wide eight.
Shoot the hands. Hey, keep your feet up.
Wide eight.
Hey, play the center. Nobody else.
Wide eight.
Good. Good shit. Good.
Wide eight.
Now, as you can see, man, that's the trenches. But them young men, they try to get them a spot in the league, man. So, hey.
Guys to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Hey, about to go stupid again. She out the roof of the bench. I'm about to do it again. I'm a fool to her friends.
Guys to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
See, on them wide receivers and running back positions, I see no difference than what you want to call a 4 or 5 star from a PWI. I see no difference. You see it right there, man. We got hands, we got speeds, we got jets, we can do all that. But that's the I think I got a couple of more that I want to show. Yeah, that wasn't the one I wanted.
Yes, sir.
Good timing.
Yes.
But you can check them out, man.
In that line, let's go. Hell no. Outside receiver. Hell no. Let's go. Win that line, let's go. Hell no.
Watch that come. Look, you got to try to get that hand. Push it off. Come back. Wide receiver, ate him for lunch. Look how that defensive back is. You toast, brother.
Oh, hell no.
When he turns around, look at the separation between the defensive back and the wide receiver. That's enough of that, man. But hey, man, hey, if you're not watching me this Saturday, check out I'll be watching the HBC Legacy Bowl. Also, it comes on the NFL Network. So I will, if you don't have the NFL Network, I'll be streaming that game too. Then we'll be going between the basketball game and the football game. So we, hey, I got me about 35 pounds of crawfish, so we'll be good, man. So I'm gonna drop the link. If anybody got something to say, you're more than welcome. Come. Let's copy that. Come on and like me. You can talk about whatever, man. There go that link there. Because I think that I don't know if I have anything else. Oh, I do have the Texas Southern, who I'm real looking forward to see. They dropped. Now the schools are starting to drop their football spring practice. This is becoming a little. All right, I see you. I see you. I'm gonna do me. So Texas Southern spring 25 from practice, and they start practice March 17th. So they got about a month left. Now Prairie View has been putting up some hype videos. They up at 5:30 in the morning. Them boys out there working like they're in boot camp. But Texas Southern, they start practicing March 17th. They should have a couple of scrimmages in there that they don't have, but their spring game is April 12th. So make sure you check them spring games out. And hey, look, I was the first person to say last year, and if it's an Alcorn fan up in here, tell me I'm lying. I told them Alcorn looked like shit during their spring training game last year. I said you couldn't score. Yep. That's just about how it went. Yeah, but that's they're like if the more schools post their spring games or spring schedule, I will post it. Oh, it is Wednesday, and Big Black Business Wednesday. Oh, forgot to put it in there. Yeah, and you know I like to share black-owned businesses on Wednesday. This is about a black-owned wine brand. So, any ladies up in here, you fellas, you want to get your ladies something to drink? Pay attention.
Black-owned wine brand that you should check out. So, Elia is one of the only Afro-Caribbean-owned wine brands in the entire world. The brand was first started in New York by Layla Joy. Not only have they expanded across the entire United States, now they are also in Europe. They got an 89-point rating by wine enthusiasts. And just in case you don't know the scale, 85 to 89 is a very good wine with strong qualities. Their beverages are made in Spain with all natural ingredients, and they even have non-alcoholic drinks. And on top of that, they ship online. So go ahead and get you a bottle today. If you want more black-owned businesses, please give my page a follow. Success is Us. It's a platform created to promote nothing but positivity in the black community. We highlight black entrepreneurs, black doctors, people making history, just positive inspiration and wholesome content. We also have our website where we publish and release news articles on black entrepreneurs and black businesses. So please subscribe, give us a follow, and thank you very much.
I always shout out black-owned businesses on Wednesday. And like I said, our name is Alaya or Ayala or whatever. I can't pronounce it. But it's a black-owned wine company. And like I said, they started in New York, made in Spain. So they got a little cheese, man. And hey, man, wine sellers, man, I ain't talking about no Mad Dog 2020 or no Thunderbird or Wild Irish Rose. This some real wine, you know. You know, I know we all went to college. Well, if you my age, we went to college, and that $2.50 would get you some Mad Dog 2020, and you ain't have to worry about nothing else for the rest of the diet. Cisco and all that other stuff. No, this stuff legit. This is some real good stuff here, man. So y'all check Sister Girl out there. And like I said, I'm probably butchering her name, but I think it's Ayala. But yeah, see on Instagram, probably TikTok and all that other stuff. But it's IYLIA.com. That's let's see, yeah. Man, yeah, you go there shopping. Yeah. Yeah. Am I over 21? Hell no. I'm under 21. And so, but y'all check Sister Girl out, man. It's real talk, man. I might have to buy my old lady a bottle of wine or something. You know what I mean? But that's what's up. Y'all check them out, man. But now, we rolling right on along. Oh, that's Brother Bakari up in there. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, man?
What's good with you, bro?
Man, everything is everything. Peace to the chat. Look, man, I was with you, man, until you said, I'm going to have to see if she can make me some Mad Dog, the grape flavor.
Man, you drink some of that you want to, man. Orange Jubilee.
Oh.
Man, that $2.50 used to go a long way back then, man. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Pink grapefruit. Yeah.
All day. Cisco, Wild Irish Roll, Cold Duck. Oh, man. I done had them all, man. Hey, man, it was hard out there struggling in college, man. Man, you beat with a big drink, man. What's good with you, man?
Oh, man, I was just checking in.
That's what's up, brother.
Saw you talking about the HBCU Combine and Legacy Bowl. You know, in the HBCU Legacy game. You know what? I don't want those scouts to come down there just to say they can. Come and look at them. Come and look and be serious.
Yes.
The Jackson State.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I
go
don't mean
ahead.
to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off, but I feel you so much on that. And I'm gonna tell you why I think some of them just came down there. It's New Orleans. It's a party. I get to spend money. You know, they got them budgets. I get to go play in the French Quarter. I'm not saying all teams did that, but I know I'm 100% sure it's a more than one of them that came down there, ain't thinking about nothing besides going out there and party. My bad, bro. I mean, but go ahead on.
Nah, you good. You know, I know we got, and this ain't downplaying the other teams. This ain't downplaying no talent from no other school. But I know we got two that should go in the first 3 rounds, man. No later than the third. That's just my opinion. Robert McDaniel, and Herb Mugg.
And then the lineman from Alabama, A&M.
You know, he probably going. He should be gone in the first round, in all honesty. But we, you know, don't come down there. Don't play with us. Come and be serious.
I'm 100% agreeing with you, man.
Come and be serious.
Because that's the first thing that crossed my mind when they said they was gonna have the combine at the Legacy Bowl. Who would not want to come down here to Orleans Parish and do a half day's worth of work? You know, and I gotta find it. I don't have it today, but I'm gonna post the scouting report. What was said about Steph Curry? My bad, not Steph. The scout report was so horrible on him. I mean, it was like not tall enough.
Little and slow.
Shooting's okay. Don't have enough muscle. I mean, I'm like, bruh. I'm like, did you see this man at Davidson?
Yeah.
You know, nobody wanted him. And I'm like, well, I said, that's what happens, man, when you.
I'm quite sure HBCU wanted him though.
Well, you know, he come out of I think it was he in North Carolina at the time? But you know,
I think he's North Carolina. That's what Davidson is in North Carolina, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because see, but what I'm, you know, remember that you know, his dad, I think he retired with the Hornets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was in that area. So I wonder, did Norfolk even look at him?
Norfolk, yeah, North A&T, Central,
all of that, you know.
Yeah,
it makes me wonder. Now that I think about it, because from my understanding, like Davidson was like one of the few schools that offered, you know, Duke, North Carolina. None of them even thought about it.
You know, just like John Morant. John Morant said he had on. Dude, you went all the way to Murray State. You from South Carolina. Ain't no way South Carolina State didn't offer you. And you know what? And that's something. Now, I ain't gonna say because I don't know for sure. I just say I believe they did. It was the other guy from Murray State, from Biloxi. He said he had no offers but Murray State. He ended up in the league about 5 seasons. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, the point guard. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he was right before. He was right before John Morant.
Yeah, and I was like, because I was like, what? How much money is Murray State paying these men to come there? You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody just going to Murray State. I'm sorry.
No, they're not. But you know what?
Cannon was his name from Biloxi, right?
Yep.
I think his last name was Cannon. Yeah. That threw me for a loop too, man. But I know he had hurt his leg in the league, man. But I was like, bro, Murray State, man. I mean, and they, you know, at that time they was going crazy about that team. I'm like, something went. Yeah, but hey, you know how them folks paid. They slick like that, man. Them schools like that, man. But I really believe some of them scouts gonna get it wrong. Those 3 or 4 players we named, are they really gonna get a legit chance?
Yeah, in that DB from Florida State, I can't think of his name.
You talking about Terrell Buckley?
No, I'm not saying Florida State. I'm so sorry. I mean FAMU.
Okay, yeah.
That was at the Legacy
Alabama.
Bowl.
I think Alabama State has a couple on their defense that I was looking at.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, Morgan State has some deep. Man, I'm telling you, man, we got some talent that should be playing as rookies next season, bro. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, see, at one point in time, the MEAC had all the beef up front, and especially on the defensive line. That's why, like every year during the Super Bowl, when they started doing HBCU players and stuff, you would actually see somebody from that MEAC on those rosters are actually playing. And I'm like, damn. But you look at them dudes were big and got that big beef up there. And that's, like I keep saying, I think that's about the only thing that we really lacking is that beef, the big uglies. The offensive line in the SWAC has gotten way bigger, way bigger. Now the defensive line got to catch up, and I think it's coming, man. Even through recruiting and the portal. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, because that was one of the things Jackson State did last year. You just saw in the South Carolina State game, Jackson State D-line was just too
big. Yeah. They was bullies. They bullied him off that thing, man. And
they could play. What to do, Big Jeremiah? What his name? Is that? Look, I ain't good with names. I'm like you two. That big D tackle, they got the defensive player of the game with the Celebration Bowl.
Yeah, the defensive tackle. Think about that. So that's why I keep telling folks, man, that was one of the things that separates HBCUs from PWIs. Now, they are all black men. Let's get that straight. They're all black men, but you have the bigger black man going to the PWI. I ain't talking about the better black man, the bigger one. And with the way that they train, that's why I got to find that pair. I have that video from Peer Review Friday. The guy said he's going to send it to me. It's Peer Review. They're out there training like boot camp. And they've been doing it for about a good week, or maybe I think it's about 2 weeks. But they are actually getting their strength and conditioning very well under control. And I like that. Because, see, Jackson State does it. Now, Peer Review's doing it. I'm saying which Alabama's state had hit they was doing weight training. So I think this football season, I ain't gonna lie to you. Everybody that I talk to that go to the other school other than Jackson State, they want to whoop Jackson State ass. They want to beat Jackson State.
Really bad.
It's Jackson State and then the Celebration Bowl. They didn't say Jackson State SWAC, Jackson State division champ, SWAC champ. No, it's Jackson State then going to the damn Celebration Bowl. That's what them schools want. But I keep trying to tell them, you got to understand, this is not no fly-by success. You actually dealing with a coach that knows how to coach. And you got a coach that knew how to lead men, whether it's in techniques, fundamentals, of everything. So it's gonna be this football season can't get here fast enough. Because hey,
I think we're gonna repeat.
Hey man, what that clown say I don't like. I'm gonna be at the Celebration Bowl, or your team gonna be at the Celebration Bowl.
You know what? The game, I can say that, but the game's got to be played on the field.
Yeah.
But I still got Jackson State, because Jackson State still got in that offense. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I'm telling you, we gonna be ready.
You got another good running back. That's oof. And then you know, and you got Marcus. And look, I don't know the boy name, but every time I see the shirt, I say that's Marcus Dupree grandson.
Jalen Dupree.
That's it, Jalen. I just call it. See, I just know him. You know, I remember Marcus Dupree, the greatest that never was. I remember that.
I remember Marcus Dupree too. Did you hear his grandson say why he chose Jackson State? Because he said that was his granddaddy's dream school. And so then when they talked to him, I heard Marcus Dupree, he said he would have gone there. But I think his grandmama didn't know much, but his mama, grandmama, whoever, ended up getting a trailer house. And that's why he went to the other. Say, but his dream, he said, but where he wanted to go was Jackson State.
Yeah, they bought his mama a double wide trailer. Yeah, to go up to Oklahoma. Yeah, that dude was so talented, man. Now I'm gonna tell you this: if he went to Jackson State And I keep telling folks this, and I'm glad you brought up John Moran name. I believe if they would have went to HBCUs, I think their mind would have been more stable. I'm not saying HBCUs are the be all to end all, but when you talk to a lot of people that played in the pros that come from HBCUs, they will tell you the impact of an HBCU had on their life while they was in college, the coaches and stuff. Because we know when they go to them PWIs, I'll be the first one to tell you, they throw everything at them young boys. Women, money, cars, clothes. HBCU, you come into class, and if you don't get your homework, you ain't playing. You're going to be on academic probation.
You know, that's basically what Mike Vick said when they asked him, did he think about going to, go back and watch his interview and get to that part when they asked him, did he think about going to an HBCU? And that's basically what he said, the requirements, what they wanted him to do. He could just go to Virginia. You know, he was trying to dress it up. But if you listen, he said requirements.
Yeah.
Things they needed to do.
Look,
he could go to Virginia Tech and just
play football.
What Ice Cube told him on that movie, run in, run.
Yep. Yeah, and that is so true. I keep telling folks that. I'm like, man, look, man, you talk to somebody who went to HBCU and you missed a couple of assignments. See what you get. Man, I'm serious. You're gonna be repeating. I know, because I've been around enough of them people, young men in my life, and they would tell you stories about 17, 18 absences from a class, and they still end up getting a B. Think about that.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Hattie?
Hey, can I say something right quick about the softball game tonight? Look, I know I was texting you. You was getting stuff ready. Look, I want to give them women a shout out. Look, man, they got behind you early, bro. They gave up 3 runs in the first inning. When I remember I was talking to you and I said it was 4-0.
Yep. That's when I turned it on now. Yeah.
They gave up 3 runs in the first inning and another run in the second inning. But if you look at the whole game, Jackson State had more hits than them. Jackson State had less errors than them. And man, look, it was just something. And I ain't trying to say nothing. I'm trying to say this the right way without putting somebody. We had runners on the corners with nobody out. This is the 6th inning. He put in a pinch runner on the corners, and just the way she went out the field, I say she nervous. She gonna mess up. She gonna mess up running them bases, man. And I wasn't trying to say nothing bad, but I could just, you know, sometimes you could just look and see it. I could just look and see it.
Was she a freshman?
I don't know if she was a freshman or not, but when they put her on that field, first it seemed like they had to talk into going out there to run the bases, man.
Goodness gracious.
But we end up losing. We end up losing 5-4, and I'm telling you. If you watch that game and you see, even though we lost, Southern Miss ain't better than Jackson State. They brought in their closer. They was bragging. Their closer they brought in, they was talking about how when she came in, how she shut Ole Miss down. Jackson State got 3 runs on them. They was bragging. Jackson State got, man, I'm telling you, Southern, man, look, and it made me think about what we was talking about earlier. I remember J.R. Smith interview. I'm going to send you that interview too on I Am Athlete. All right? I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
But he was talking. And I remember him, he said, some of these teams that beat HBCU said they ain't even better. They sure ain't. He said the HBCU go to their campus and see everything and get intimidated. He said, man, these teams ain't always better. Just because they beat you don't mean they're better. He said the intimidation factor is there. They don't think they can win because they don't have as much. And that's when he was talking to the dude, Brandon Marshall. And then because Brandon Marshall was talking about, well, you know, the other schools got this and they had that. And J.R. Smith was putting him and the other players like on the spot. He's like, well, why do they have him? He said, because you went there. He said, if you had gone to an HBCU or if y'all give a HBCU $50,000.
Yeah.
Instead of donating to them big PWIs, donate to your own. You say donate to your own people that need it. But I'm telling you, man, late in that game, I saw the coach. The coach never was frustrated. Now I'm sitting here on the couch watching it on TV. I'm getting frustrated, and I'm like, damn, man, why is this coach smiling? But he talking to his team, right? And his team, obviously, they were getting, and they were, because they, even though they were down, they never like,
they never gave
let them see
up.
them sweat.
Yeah.
Never gave up. And I'm telling you, Jackson State gonna have a good team. I'm gonna say they have a good team.
Yeah, from what I seen over the weekend, the games that I were able to watch, I had to go to the not Jackson State website, the other schools that they were playing. They were whooping some ass this past weekend. So now that's that. I watched them, and then I watched, I think, Perry View and Texas Southern. So what I try to do, man, is at least at the beginning of the season, watch a couple of out-of-conference games, and then I'll go back and concentrate on the conference games itself. Just like basketball, I did the same thing. Now baseball is about to start that crap up. Southern and LSU, last year LSU lost to Southern. This year, LSU straight up embarrassed them. I think it was like 13-1 or something like that.
It was 13-1, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, but like I told them, within the last 8 years, they've beaten LSU a couple of times. My biggest takeaway from the Cactus Jack Classic was, we need pitchers. And I mean that, man. Hey, man, y'all got grandsons, you got sons. Pitch. Go out there and pitch. Because they using 4 or 5 pitchers to seem like a game, man, trying to make one game. I didn't see a pitcher out there that could throw 7 innings. Not one.
That's what hurt us when we make it to the playoffs in baseball. If you do have a pitcher, we only have one pitcher. It was a couple years, Southern and Grambling, even Jackson State won. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah,
do you remember when Jackson State had this chubby white boy, knuckleballer?
Mm-hmm. You
remember him? I cannot remember his name. He was a knuckleballer.
Yeah, I know you're talking about, man. And
he was the only pitcher he was the only one they had that could do more than 2-3 good innings.
Yeah, about 4 innings max from every team I've seen. 4 innings max is about all they got, man. And Marvin Freeman, probably the best pitcher to ever come out of Jackson State and the SWAC. They called him Starving Marvin. He played in the late 80s. And if you ever, I'm gonna be sharing his videos throughout the baseball season, man. So, but let me put my homegirl on here. I forgot to show Totally Randy. I was supposed to start off with her. But hey, you need to check out the Black Press USA Monday. Let it be known, Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 7:30. But this is my homegirl Totally Randy with her Monday morning report for me.
All right. Hey, guys. Totally Randy here. You guys know why I'm here. It's another Media Monday, but we've had a week, okay? Department of Education decided that they are going to send a letter to all public schools, get rid of your DEI policies, or we are going to revoke funding, all right? Now, it's also President's Day, and some feel like Ebony Magazine. Some are embracing the 47th president, and then maybe some of you feel like this guy.
To restore democracy.
Also, what happened to the White House celebration of Black History Month? Well, head on over to April D. Ryan's page. She has all the tea for you. And have you guys been tuned in to Let It Be Known News? Make sure you're tuned in every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. with host Stacey Brown. But that's not why I'm here. I am here because do you know the Black press in your city? I am keeping you in my city of Houston, Texas, because as much as I love to talk about how these publications obviously have been amplifying voices in our community, telling our stories, stories accurately, right? And talking about our issues, we have also been celebrating our own accolades. Now, you guys probably see it. The Chicago Defender does it a lot as well. A Michigan Chronicle, even Sacramento Observer and the Atlanta Voice, like Washington Informer, they celebrate our accolades, our Black excellence in our communities. And here in Houston, there is a publication that has been in print for 26 years, owned by Keith Davis, DMars.com. Probably, to me, like, I don't know any other publication that celebrates Black excellence the way that Mr. Davis does.
Hi, my name is Erica Ponder. I'm the editor for DMars.com. So events like Top 50 Black Professionals and Entrepreneurs of Texas are important to me because I love to highlight Black excellence. DMars is the company that really highlights the Black businesses and professionals and entrepreneurs in the city and even in the Texas area that are really doing big things, and they're bridging the gap between business and community. So especially during Black History Month, this is a special time for me. It's not only a fun night, but it's a night that I feel inspired.
DMars Top P&E is probably one of the best parties I've attended to celebrate Black excellence. I got a chance to see some of my friends, and history was made. In January of this year, Kimberly Tolbert became Dallas's first ever Black woman city manager.
My favorite thing about working in the Black press is honestly being a trusted voice. In this day and age and in the times that we're living in, it's much needed. We need voices that amplify the Black community. We need voices that amplify people that look like me. So it feels amazing just being able to be one of those people to say, hey, this is what's going on, and being a person that people can trust.
Talk about Black history. That room was full of it. Make sure you go follow them. And that is my time. Okay. Do you know the Black press in your city? Comment your city down below. Tune in with me next Monday. Bye, guys.
Hey, salute and shout out to my homegirl that's totally random, man. Hey, like I said, man, hey, now more than ever, we need the Black press. You might want to start paying attention, man. Like I said, man, this is a true story. It's a true story that I asked a young man, I'd give him $100 if he could name me 5 Black-owned newspapers. I'm still waiting for them answers. Hey, man, you dropped off, man. You on mute, bro.
Hey, man, he didn't go look up. He haven't Googled the 5 Black-owned newspaper yet.
Hey, I believe his Google only worked for TikTok or something. I said, boy, y'all.
I ain't gonna put the young man down. Only thing we could do, was he a young man?
Yeah, he was only about 16. I told him I give him $100. I told him I give him $100. You know, and I got big when I said 100. I said, tell me 5 Black-owned newspapers. And I don't even believe that man ever read a newspaper in his life. I'm being serious, man. Being serious. And I said, man, and but you know, I asked a young girl also. You know what she told me? The Shade Room, Baller Alert. I said, I just walked away from him. I said, but hey, you know, if you think the Shade Room and Baller Alert are Black-owned newspapers, sweetheart, something wrong with you, man.
How old was she?
She was probably about the same age, 16, 17.
Man, so that's your moment to teach her, man. You got to teach her.
No. Hey, you know what? I was going to do it, but like I told him, every time I see him, I'm going to ask him. It's too easy for me to sit there and show him. But they gotta get in the mindset of, if they can get that cell phone and can download it and edit and filter and all that other stuff, download them 5 Black-owned newspapers. And trust me, it was a teachable moment, but I said, you know what? I'm tired of getting the answers to the test when they got the test answers in their own hand. But I know what you're saying, though. I could have taught them, but I'm still waiting on little buddy. I'm still waiting on little. I'm gonna see him. What's the day? Wednesday. I'll see him by Friday. He'll walk back, pass by here with a book bag and with not a book in it. I said, goodness gracious, boy. Talking about we do homework in school now. I said, I got you, man. But yeah, that's my homegirl, though, man. Totally random, man. Like, I think. No, that's man. But hey, I know I got something to ask, and I asked folks in the beginning, and nobody answered me. Why is Grambling and Jackson State continually trying to fight each other in baseball? Does anybody know?
I have no idea. I don't know.
This is their second year in a row. You know, last year, they actually cleared the benches. This year, all 4 referees came, and they was like at first base. And I'm talking, these dudes was talking some cash shit, man. It was hilarious to me. You know, you sitting in the stands, and it was only a couple of hundred people there. So you could hear everything that they saying. I mean, they were going at it. I mean, they probably shut the live down if I say with some of the cuss words they were saying, but I still think, from what I seen, it's gonna be that 3-way monster: Southern, Grambling, and Jackson State. Now, I have not watched FAMU yet, but FAMU look like an international team from they picture, they photos that they took. I was like, damn, is anybody on that team American? And so,
hey, they got the DEI team.
But what's up, Doc? Yeah, they got something on there, man. Not much.
Y'all talk about baseball.
Yeah, we had went over I had went to the Cactus Jack this weekend, and then we had talked about baseball, softball, the combine, and the HBCU legacy ball.
You ain't go down on this and that, did you?
No, hell no. No. I stayed at the Galleria. Nah, brother. I know what you talking about. Hell no. Look, that's a felony in Texas now.
Go down on this and that, boy. You gonna come? You bound to come back in one whole piece.
I'm good. No, man. What's good with you, man?
Man, try not to freeze out here.
Y'all got that Arctic blast, huh?
Yeah, got one, man. It snowed a little bit earlier this morning, and sure, I've been in the house all day, bro. I've been in the house since Monday.
Well, damn. It ain't ice. Did it ice over them bridges, them overpasses?
It rained yesterday, but I don't even know if it iced over, but I think it dried up before like the temperature really, really dipped down, because it was like around, I know it was like around about 11 last night. They were probably around about 20, 22, 23 degrees. Then I woke up this morning. Alexa said it was like 12 degrees outside with a degree wind chill at 8 degrees. I was like, nah,
I'm good. I'm good, man.
I'm staying in the house.
Hey, man. Hey, maybe you can answer the question. Why Grambling and Jackson State always fighting in baseball?
Man,
we
want to get back from that SWAC championship game.
You got to blame that on your pitching. For that
the middle, but if you think about it too, we still having the same issues too this year. It's our middle relievers that we having issues with. The starters, it's cool, but they just got to maintain, trying not to let those let the opponent's backs warm up, because it's of the fact that once they warm up, we gonna be in the doghouse trying to get back into the. I mean, we could get back into the game.
Yeah,
but it's always talking about we got to keep that pitching. We have to keep the pitching down. Down. You got to throw. You got to jump ahead in the count.
You have one pitcher, Gonzalez or Valdez or Speedy Gonzalez, whatever his name is.
Chris Gonzalez.
Yeah, he got 4 good innings in him, and I'm like, damn, he good. But after that, he had to get old buddy out of there, man. Cause
see, I'm old school because I played baseball when I was younger, but I'm old school. If you're a pitcher, you got to give me at least 6 innings.
At least, because
you got to give me at least 6 innings, and if not even just 6, you probably have to give me 7, because I'm trying not to use my, I'm trying not to use my middle relievers so much in the game, because then the next day, even though they got to go back, you got to switch up the starting pitcher and everything, and they got to go right back out there. If that starting pitcher can't get, if he can't get it going, he can't get it going. So
and it's a long season.
And that's the my bad.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
With their pitching, right? The way y'all saying, because I haven't seen them play this year. I saw them play last year, and they did have a problem with middle relieving. But you know what? With pitching going on more than 4 or 5 innings, look at Major League Baseball. That's really all they want their pitchers to do now. What, you go 5 innings and can get the victory?
Yeah, that's why I don't like it. Like, because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I said,
so you notice what I'm talking about then. Even in Major League Baseball, 5 innings. They taking pitchers out the game nowadays.
Man, I'm like, if like the pitchers grow up, we seen growing up like the Randy Johnsons, the Roger Clemens, even the
Dontrell Willis,
Dontrell, D-Train,
Doc
Gooden, yep, like pitchers like that. Shit, I'm gonna be honest. Nolan Ryan used to go 8, 9 innings, and up in his age, when he got into his early mid 40s, he was still going 7.5, 8, 8 innings in the game, and still had enough arm strength to throw gas. Like I'm looking at like a pitcher now, like Verlander, Justin Verlander. He can go the distance. Scherzer, Max Scherzer, he can go the distance too. Like, you got pitchers like that can go the distance. Like, you had what's that dude? Madison Bumgarner. He used to play for the Giants. He was not even a big dude, but he can go 7, 8 innings in a game. Tim Lincecum used to play for the Giants too. Used to go 7, 8 innings. Hell, I go back to when I stayed in Oakland. I was an A's fan for a minute when they had
Stewart.
Dave Stewart. Yeah, Dave Stewart could go 7, 8 innings and not even care. And know when he get ready to set up, because guess who coming into the game? Big Eck. They Eckersley is coming into the game to save the game. Pitchers like Lee Smith, like a closer like Lee Smith, Trevor Hoffman, all them dudes like that knew when either the bottom of the 8th or the 9th inning come, it's their time to shine, because your starting pitcher got you at least 7 innings. You probably got maybe a half an inning or 2/3 of an inning from your middle reliever, and then it's your closer coming in, and they just lights out. Like, shoot, what's the dude that was from the Yankees?
That's what I was just getting ready to say. Rivera.
Mariano Rivera. He knew what time it was.
But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you something. Mariano Rivera, as great as he was, he's the reason people start not going no more than 7 innings. Because he was the closer that could do 2, 3 innings. Yeah. So I ain't saying either. I'm just saying, but he used to go 2, 3 innings. And you're right. When he came in, for the most part, that was it. That was it. Yep. So Jackson State, we need pitching. We need pitching.
And see, man, Jackson State I talk to him all the time, man. Marvin Freeman, Starvin Marvin, he actually has pitching clinics and camps. And he started these young dudes, I'm talking young as like 7 and 8, teaching fundamentals, man. And he has, it's a young black dude. He's like 14. And he said, now Marvin told me that Jackson State, he knows about this guy. I gotta find a conversation that we had. But if you see this 14-year-old, the way that he is throwing that daggone ball. But what happens is with those guys at that young, when they get that notoriety, you get the typical what you call PWI baseball schools, Florida State, Florida, LSU, Texas. They come to it's like they pull up a Mack truck and roll up on them, man. But man, I really hope to get an interview. I got to talk to him because that man busy. But I want Marvin to come on here and talk baseball with me, man, especially pitching. Because that, you know, Marvin played for the I think he won a World Series. It was with the Braves or damn, I can't remember.
What's his last name?
Freeman. Marvin Freeman. He played at Jackson State, pitched at Jackson State, called him Starving Marvin. He played in the 80s. Oh man, yeah, I remember that dude, man. But I'm sitting here working on my the 15. It's called the Black Aces. It's 15 of them, and it's the black pitchers who threw that won 20 games or more, and they got the list is just so crazy, man. From Don Newcomb, all the way to David Price. But it's 15 of them, and something of course the GOAT Bob Gibson. But what I keep telling people, Satchel Paige needs to be on that list but they keep saying that he didn't do it in the MLB, he did it in the Negro leagues. But I'm like, man, come on, man. Satchel Paige was in his mid-40s, probably 50s when he started pitching.
Probably in his 50s when he started pitching Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
but I'm like, but if it's something that you don't see in baseball too nowadays, you don't see pitchers winning like 20, 25 games anymore like that.
Okay, Iceman, he never won the World Series. My bad, then I stand corrected. I was talking about Marvin Freeman. I thought he played on the Braves. I know he played on the Braves. I thought he was on that national championship team. I mean, he played with the Braves, the Rockies, and some other folks, man. But yeah, if you get a chance, look at it's called the Black Aces. Mudcat Jones put that list together, and I've been writing about each one of them. Not Mudcat Jones, Mudcat Grant. My bad. But you got like Fergie Jenkins. Folks, like some folks don't really understand baseball because we've basically taken ourselves out of the baseball conversation. We're more
it's so, the reason why we take ourselves out of the baseball conversation is because they price us out of baseball.
Price, yeah, travel ball. Yeah, I got a neighbor, his grandson, and big as he is, he plays baseball. And when folks look at him, they automatically think he plays football. But he's a hell of a damn baseball player. And like you say, pricing. Because he goes, it ain't every other month. He goes every month playing somewhere, playing baseball. And the equipment is more expensive now. Like this, I probably had this glove probably about 10 years. You in 10 years, just imagine how many gloves you're gonna buy like this. And the cleats and all that other stuff. Like whereas football, that stuff is not saying it's cheap, but there's more people willing to give football cleats or buy football cleats than buy a baseball glove. It's a
Vita Blue, yeah.
Yeah,
Vita Blue. Vita Blue played for the A's. Dennis Oil Can Board.
Yeah. This may be a show for me. I'm trying to read what you're saying, man. Ice Man, it says this may be a show for me. Who am I?
Whoever top three that ever played SWAC.
Now, top three to play the SWAC. Number one is Lou Brock. Then I gotta put Marvin in there. And then after him,
let's not forget about Vince Coleman. Well, he ain't in the SWAC, but at HBCU baseball, he played football and baseball too.
So wait a minute, Iceman, who is better than Lou Brock to come out the SWAC? I want to hear this one. Who better than Lou Brock? Brock was the truth, man. He was one of one of those walk-ons, and the story, the legend has it, they kept hitting the ball, and he basically outrunning the ball, and they was asking, he was so fast. He said he was running so fast because he was hungry, and he said if he was on a full stomach, he probably would have ran even faster. I was like, man, but man, well, that's what's up though, man. But yeah, but get back to those 15 aces, man. Ricky Weeks and Earl Sanders. Okay, I can go with Ricky Weeks and Earl Sanders. Everybody list is different, but those 15 aces, if you ever get a chance, Doc, just you can Google them, and it got the list. But as you go through each one of their stories, man, especially those pictures, man, like Dave Stewart we was talking about, he had four different seasons where he won 20 games, but Fergie Jenkins had 7 seasons where he won 20 games or more. I mean, so it's like, damn, man, you just never hear about them. But like these new pitchers nowadays, I have some sympathy for them because they can get Tommy John so easily now, man. So, and tendonitis so easy, and I can imagine trying to pitch. Like I think when I was reading about Dave Stewart one time, he had pitched 30 games one season. I said, 30 games? You know how rare that is now?
That's what I'm saying. It's like you don't hear pitchers now winning 20, 25 games.
No.
But yeah, he did say. I remember Iceman. He said he was the first to do
when the Division I batting title with a 545 batting average. I tell you what, but 545, you wasn't playing. I guarantee you that, man. You 300, the 300 is woo. Nowadays you get man. But man, yeah. But the getting back to the Cactus Jack though. But every school, it wasn't just Jackson State. All of them need middle relievers. You got it. And I think my thing is, I would start warming them up in the second or third inning. That's just me. You ain't gonna. I didn't see one pitcher that I thought could go 7 innings, and that's from all the teams because the tickets was only $20 a piece, and then if you bought like I did, I bought just the 3-day pass, and the 3-day pass wasn't expensive at all. So I was able to watch everybody, and like I said, it was hardly anybody there. But the middle reliever is one of the biggest problems I can see. And I said, I guarantee you that's what bit Southern in the behind against LSU.
But another thing too, I see it with us at Jackson, Omar like to play small ball.
Yeah.
Omar relies too much on too much on small ball on the butt and everything. Like
and base still
I mean, now get me wrong, like I go for the sacrifice whenever it's needed, but not all the time because that's to me, I feel like you got hitters on that team. You got Robert McClatty, who's a hitter, who's a good hitter. You got Jordan McClatty. You got Robert Tate. You got Eichelberger. That's a great hitter.
Yeah, Eichelberger. Yeah.
Like you got a lot of from 1 through 8 on the team. You got good hitters. It
was not one game. It was not one game where them bats wasn't moving. Not one. I said, damn, they got some offense, man. The fielding, give them a C, maybe a C. I mean, what messed him up in that Grambling game? He played that ball off. He played that ball off the wall. Should have played it off the wall, but when he went back with his glove up instead of head up. He had that glove up, and by the time he had his head up, the ball went over his head, and that's what the thing was. I'm like, man, you should have.
So the first game, the roof closed or was it open?
The roof was the roof was closed. Yeah,
okay,
it was closed. Because I was thinking at first I was like, okay, it must have been a light, but I was like, no, the roof closed, man. And it should have been a catch. That's all I say. It should have been a catch, but like I said, he had his glove up, but I don't know what he was doing with his eyes. But I think he was trying to look to see what the runners was doing. And I was like, no, because I'm yelling, head up, because I thought it was going to be a catch on the wall, but then it went right over his glove. I said, damn. It wasn't like he was outstretched. He misjudged it. And that started opening up that floodgate, man. But it goes back to like you were saying. It goes back to what you're saying. That those middle relievers, we got to find.
They like to say, like Iceman, he said like you sacrifice in the first inning, and you got your number 3 hitter and your cleanup hitter. And try to butt and stuff like, no, you don't do that. Like, let your, you know what I'm saying? Let your leadoff hitter, your leadoff hitter, try to go at it. Like, you need the leadoff hitter to battle with the actual pitcher. You get him. You that's where you play. That's where you play the mind game at. With the leadoff hitter.
John, you make a good point. He says a lot of guys develop arm problems starting throwing breaking balls too young. That is very true.
Yeah. You don't teach a kid to throw a damn curve ball at the age of 8 or 9, 10 years old. That arm gonna be a noodle by the time he 15, 16, 17 years old. He's still playing pitcher. Nah, he don't do that. To me, the curveball don't need to be taught until you come into it when your arm is strong enough at, let's say, about 16, 17, 18 years old. You're going to have 100 runs scored in these SWAC games. Why the hell you sacrificing early in these games? That's something I don't get with Omar though. Like you gotta challenge these. You gotta challenge these pitches. And like I said, go and like your first hitter, your first batter, your leadoff batter needs to be challenging that pitcher, challenging it. You supposed to be, and the thing is, and if you're supposed to be getting, you supposed to that first and second, those first and second hitters, you're supposed to have them on either first and second and third. And then here come your number 3 hitter, and then he got to get on base. And your cleanup hitter, you want that's the reason why it's called Omar. That's the reason why it's called a cleanup hitter. He's supposed to clean up everything else that the first 3 batters have done.
I'm about to get off here, man. It's about 2 hours, man. But I'm gonna say this: they gotta do something with that wild, crazy base running too, man. I mean, that base running. It was crazy, man. I mean, them dudes was not hesitating at all. Ball barely hitting the dirt. Boom, they gone, getting picked off left and right, man. But Doc, appreciate you coming on, man. And Ice, man, instead of you leaving all them comments, my brother, come on up next time, man. You're more than welcome anytime, brother. And any last words from you, Doc?
Man, check out the HBCU Legacy Bowl on Saturday at 3 p.m. on NFL Network. We got Alcorn this weekend. Remember, Alcorn this weekend at the AAC. At the AAC. We got 5 games left in the season on both sides. 5 games left. We gotta finish it out right. And for the women, keep doing what y'all doing.
All right, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Hey, man, and thank y'all all for joining. Y'all hit that like button on y'all hit that like button on y'all way out, man. And I'll see y'all again Friday at 7 o'clock, man. We're gonna talk Talk the same stuff we talked today, brother. I'll let y'all later. Peace.